It is not very common for me to start a review inside a vehicle. Unfortunately, today here in Mombasa, it has been raining cats and dogs all day long, and unfortunately, I have to start my review here as we wait for the rains to subside. So we are inside a 2019 Volkswagen Arteon R-Line 4Motion. So you get primarily a 2-liter turbocharged petrol that gives you 268 horsepower, 350 Newton meters of torque. All that power is sent to the four wheels via a 7-speed direct shift automatic transmission system, which is actually very good and responsive. And yeah, it's a Volkswagen Arteon. It's a modern car with some very good features all round, starting all the way from the steering wheel. You get this perfect steering wheel here with a flat base. It has your R line badging over there. The clusters are all digital. You get heads-up display right there, which actually looks pretty good. Everything else is amazing. And this has the Dyna audio system, which sounds very nice. It sounds so good with some punchy bass over there. Of course, you have your main speaker, another speaker on this side, and of course some extra speakers on this other side. So it's one of the best vehicles in the class, especially for guys who are looking for sedans. This competes with the likes of BMW 5 Series and the likes of Audi A4. So this is almost on the same level, but if you want a car that is a bit more practical, a bit more roomy, and also a car that is fairer in terms of price, this 2019 Volkswagen Arteon should be your first choice. Quick 360-degree view of this car gets you this beautiful look. Of course, as you can see, the car looks so good. It is actually very aggressive with a low stance. This is a sports car in some way, even though it's not a direct sports vehicle, but this one blends sporty performance and some sort of luxury. It is almost an entry-level sedan, but for the Kenyan market, this is perfect for those of you who are looking for luxury and performance in one go. The color on this is what you guys would call golden yellow, but the official color on this is called a kurkuma yellow, which is not a very nice name, especially if you're Kenyan like me. But it is what it is. You get this golden yellow 2019 Volkswagen Arteon that is powered by a 2-liter turbocharged petrol that gives you an output of 268 horsepower, 350 Newton meters of torque. You get an all-wheel drive system, which of course is denoted by the 4Motion, and of course you get a very smooth 7-speed automatic transmission. So if you're looking for a vehicle that is that will add a bit of prestige, some beautiful looks, a bit of luxury, and also a bit of power output, this unit would be a perfect car for you. The asking price is a cool 4 million shillings. Even though they're asking for 4.2 million, I know they'll always take 4 million shillings. And in this case, let me give you a 360-degree view of the car. Starting from the front, you get this beautiful grille here, loaded with a chrome finishing. Of course, you see a lot of chrome, some nice projector headlights, daytime running lights, which doubles also as your turn signals. On the lower side, no fog lights on this. It gives you space for the engine to breathe nicely. On the front side, you have a front-facing camera, which is located down there, and also you get a number of sensors for added safety when parking this car and also when cruising down the highway, maybe from Mombasa and to Nairobi. You also get a number of headlamp washers on either side, a number of sensors also over here. You get this hood, which actually looks pretty good, with a number of lines there to make the car look more aggressive. It makes it look more aesthetically appealing, which is quite good for a car like this. On the side, you get 436 centimeters in terms of length, which translates into some very good space on the front side, on the rear side, and also you get up to 560 liters in the boot section. Down here, in terms of the wheels, you get these 20-inch wheels here, which are blacked out, which is typical for an R-Line. For the regular ones, maybe the elegance trim, you get chrome. Low profile tires, which might not be very ideal for the Kenyan market, especially for the Kenyan rough roads, but if you're driving in the city and also in the highway, these are just okay. You get some ground clearance here, not the best, but it is very much okay. I get around 14 centimeters of ground clearance, which might be a bit lower to the standards on what we get on our roads. You might go for suspension lifting, but if you're going to drive in the city and you're not very much worried about the suspensions, you can leave it like that. R-Line badging here. This is just to remind you that this is not your ordinary Volkswagen Arteon. Turn signals on the sides, cameras on the side mirrors to get you a very clean, high resolution surround view of the vehicle. Chrome finishing on the window panes right there. Of course, you get your keyless entry and you get your frameless doors. As soon as you open the door, this part moves down a bit. When you close it, yeah, it fully fits the door. So as soon as you open it and close it, there's some sort of adjustment over there. So this is basically your door. It's a frameless door, so your door fits in nicely. I think this one makes the car look more premium, unlike all the other companies which have frames on their doors. This is specifically frameless door. As you move through the rear side, you also get the same size tire, smaller wheels, smaller brakes, but the same size tire, same size wheels. From the rear side, you get a beautiful look. The color looks so modern. It looks a bit more aggressive in terms of technology and safety. This is on point. You get these futuristic looking taillights, which are actually pretty good. They look so nice. On the top side, you have this blacked out spoiler here, which is not the largest spoiler, but it does its work nicely. You're being reminded that this is a Volkswagen Arteon, and of course you can still use this button to pop the tailgates, and also your reverse camera lies inside there. So when you put the car in reverse, you'll see a camera popping there. So on the rear side, you get a clean look. This looks modern, very beautiful design, and I think also the color makes the car stand out a lot. Being an all-wheel drive, you get this part here that says 4Motion, just to remind you that this is an all-wheel drive vehicle, which will perform better in the Kenyan setup, especially for slippery roads. And for example, when it's raining like today, this would be an ideal vehicle for you. A number of sensors on the rear side for added safety when reversing or trying to park the car in tight spaces. Those will come in handy. Chrome finishing on the rear side, two exhausts, one on the right side, another on the left side, which is very much okay. And yeah, that's it about the exterior of the vehicle. So let me just show you the engine bay, then we'll get in the interior and talk about what we are seeing inside there. In terms of the suspension system, you get your Mark Fasten strut suspension with coil and springs with active dampers to ensure that while you're driving in the Kenyan roads, the system scans the road and the suspensions are adjusted in milliseconds to match the condition of the road. So with this, you'll be very sure to be comfortable, very good steering, very good handling, and you'll always enjoy the ride that you get right there. On the engine bay, you get this 2-liter TSI turbocharged petrol. I've given you the power figures: 268 horsepower, 350 Newton meters of torque, and of course you get your robust power plant right there to make sure that this car moves as expected. Being a 2-liter and also with a turbo, you get up to 15 kilometers per liter if you drive conservatively. If you are a petrol head, you'll get an average of 12 to 13 kilometers per liter. It also depends on the driving mode that you put on this car, your location, and how much weight you're carrying inside the vehicle. So the faster you go, if you play with the throttle here and then, of course you get some terrible fuel economy. But if you're cruising down the highway, you might get an average of 15 kilometers per liter. On the rear side, you get your multi-link suspension system, which is also fine-tuned for handling and good performance. Alright, so let us now talk about the interior of the vehicle, and we are going to start with the door. On the top side, of course, you have this chrome plated door handles over here, dynamic audio speakers, piano black, door locks on this side, a bit of plastic finishing over there, brush chrome on this side. I think in the higher trims you get ambient lighting. I think also this comes with ambient lighting. Of course, you can tell from this strip here, which also runs on this side all across the dashboard to the other side. A bit of plastic, which is used for saving on cost and also on the weight of the vehicle. Leather on this side, a bit of rubbery finish on the armrest, which is not the best quality on a car like this, which is still very much okay. Power door controls, controls for your side mirrors, an extra speaker over here, and of course you get a larger speaker on this side. Electronic tailgate opener right there. Your door bins, on this side it's a bit more practical for your water bottles, but on this other side I don't think that space is very much adequate. And as you enter the interior, you get this part that shows you that this is an R-Line, as you can see right there. Now the cockpit is where the magic happens. This is where you'll be spending most of your time, and of course for a car like this it has to be good looking. Volkswagen Arteon are not playing around, and I think they took their time to craft the interior of this unit, because I kind of like everything that I'm seeing inside here. And to add on that, for example, in my case, when purchasing a vehicle, it has to have a good infotainment system. So in this case, this has a very nice tuned infotainment system, and I was playing some very good music a few minutes ago. Of course, as you can see, yeah, shake that, whatever. All right, so if you need a car that is comfortable, a car that is sporty, a car that is luxurious enough, and a car that will always make you feel at home with some very good infotainment system, this is the car for you. Some nice air vents, ambient lighting, controls for your headlights, additional storage space on that side. On this other side, on the top side, you get heads-up display, which is very much active for those of you who like to cruise down the highway. There's no need of looking at the speedometer. Always the speed will show up right there, and also in case there would be any road signs around, that part will be able to project it for you. Digital clusters, of course you get digital RPM meter, digital speedometer also, even though the speed on this is limited to a top speed of 250 kilometers per hour. That is electronically limited. The mileage is only 71,000, which is pretty much okay. 71,633. A car less than 100,000 kilometers mileage would be a perfect unit for me. Even though also, I don't think mileage also would always determine what to go for. In case you're missing out on a good deal because of mileage, yeah, so you guys need to check on that. Paddle shifters on either side. When cruising down the highway or driving this car in sports mode, you might need those paddle shifters. Adaptive cruise control, controls for the infotainment system, SRS airbags over here, your Volkswagen emblem on the center of the steering wheel, your R to signify that this is an R-Line, and of course you get a heated steering wheel with beautiful stitches. The center console looks good. Starting all the way from the dashboard, get some nice air vents, analog clock right there, a bit of controls for the vehicle. You have this large infotainment system. It is a 12-inch infotainment system that is a full touch. Of course, as you can see here, of course you can scroll the car over several locations. You have your entertainment options, radio, media tuner, TV tuner, navigation. You can control it. You can connect it to your phone using Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, or you can do Mirror Link, which is still very much okay. Several options for you guys. Now, another beautiful thing about the car, let us look at the menu. Of course, you have climate controls. You can control your AC from this side, and I think it has something called a tri whatever. I'm not sure with the word that I should use, which is a very well synchronized AC which balances airflow on the front side and also on the rear side. I think this is are shown by the blue finishing on the dashboard, the driver's side, down below the seats, and also on the rear side. So you can always synchronize all of them to ensure that all the zones on the vehicle get the same air conditioning. You get air care, which cleans your air before it sends it into the cabin, which is a nice function. And of course, as you can see, the function optimizes the use of the interior air filter, which is when activated, the fine dust, particle, and pollens are filtered out of the vehicle interior air. Okay, so it kind of gives you a safe environment, or you can breathe some good quality air which has been filtered by the Volkswagen filters. Down here you get centralized AC controls, so as much as you can control them on the infotainment system, you can still control them using these manual controls. So you can synchronize them, you can increase the fan speed, the temperatures and all that, and also on the locations you can heat or warm your seats using these buttons here. And of course you can see they are heated over 3 levels. Down here you get this part here which houses this storage space for your phone. I'm not sure if it has a wireless charger, and also this space is very small, like it's not it cannot fit my phone. USB port right there, which is very much okay. A gear shifter for your 7-speed DSG transmission. Your push to start button. You get driving mode select over here. Of course you get eco mode, comfort mode, normal mode, sports plus, and also you can still customize your sports mode to fit exactly what you need. These empty spaces here shows that there would be some options for you on this side, so it means some options are lacking. For a fully spec'd vehicle, all these parts would have functions. On this other side you get these 2 cup holders, your electronic parking brake, which is very much okay. And down here you get storage space, a deeper storage space right there. You get type B USB charging port, and of course you also get an auxiliary output. For a car like this, I thought maybe you'd have the type C charging ports, but maybe from 2020 all the way. You can adjust the steering wheel using this lever. Of course it's not telescopic, so you have to do it manually to adjust the steering wheel. Now on the top side you get your digital rearview mirror right there, which is actually pretty much okay. I think I like it. It looks so nice, and of course you get a clear view of the rear side of the vehicle. On the top side you get lighting for the interior. Of course you can tell from this you have several buttons to adjust the brightness and where the lights are pointing to, which is very much okay. Yeah, so in case you need lighting for the interior, this is all available here. The car also has a sunroof, so of course you can open it using this button. If sunroof is a deal breaker for you and you need a car that has a sunroof, this is one of those features. I know it's kind of a flex to own a car with the sunroof. This one comes with it, so yeah, you're very much okay. You can always come for this Volkswagen Arteon. Now let us talk about the seats. So being an Rline, you get these sporty seats here. These are some nice bucket seats. Even though they are not the most sporty seats, it gives you the vibes of being in a sporty vehicle. So you have electric seats over there, 2 memory seat settings, which has the Ego Comfort technology, and on this side it has the Rline badging over there, just to show you that this is an Rline. And of course, as you can see, the seat is very well made, beautiful stitches, and also the quality of the leather here is good quality. I can approve that. And also on this side you have a nice headrest here with some nice leather quality also. So basically that's what you get on the seats, some good quality seats which are heated and cooled. And yeah, maybe for the upcoming models, even though I think the production stops in the year 2020, we'll get massaged seats. But for this, I think it's very much okay. Massage seats, I think it's an extra step, which is necessary. You don't necessarily need massage seats. I don't know what we are massaging. Get someone to do that for you. Now on the rear side, I can assure you that this is a very, very, very spacious car. And of course, you can tell from here, the door is quite good. Nothing much about the door. I think it's very well made, straightforward, and it's a bit heavy, so you'll be sure to be protected. Now, this is the rear side of the vehicle. Of course, as you can see, you get some decent space for your legroom, headroom. Whether you are a tall guy or short, I'm 100% sure these will fit you nicely. Leather seats, beautiful stitches, very well designed. Large armrest over there. You have your safety belts here and there. Your isofix anchor points for your baby carrier, which is very much okay. And of course, as you can see, look at this, how much space is available here. So if you are tall, this is a car for you. I think it has some very good space, even better than what you get in a Mercedes-Benz C200 or C180. Pockets here and there to put a few things. Some nice air vents over here, and controls for your AC, not controls for the AC, seat warmers on the rear side. Of course, you can heat the seats over 3 levels, and also you can control the temperatures on the ACs for the rear side. So yeah, you get your rear side concierge here. You be your own concierge on the rear side. You also get a drop down armrest which houses 2 cup holders and a tiny space here, maybe for 1 or 2 things, but it is very much okay. On the front side, everything looks okay, no complaints about it. Very well done, nicely done for Volkswagen Arteon. I think for the first time, I'm going to give Volkswagen Arteon some very good points. Now let us talk about the tailgate, then we call it a day. So you get electric tailgate. You open this, you press that button, and of course your tailgate will open to reveal this space. You get 560 liters of boot space, which is actually some very large space. Look at all this, and this is possible because of the design that you get here. These are kind of coupe, so instead of the boot section opening to this side, it opens all the way to the roof line right there, so you get a ton of space. And if you fold the rear seats, you get 1550 liters, which is some space that you don't easily get in a sedan. So Volkswagen Arteon, for that we give you your marks. Now on the rear side, under the boot, this is what you get. You get your subwoofer for your infotainment system. You get your Dyna audio system, which is primarily for Volkswagen. So everything down here is nice. Some parts have been put in the office to ensure that they don't get stolen when cars are parked somewhere where we don't monitor them closely. Space over there. You also have your triangles here and there for safety and all that. So if you're interested in a car or a sedan with some very good large space, this is an ideal vehicle for you. The tailgate is electronic, so you just press a few buttons here and there and it will open up for you. So for you guys, if you're in the market for a Volkswagen Arteon, I'm happy to say we have a nice vehicle for you here. 2019 model. We are asking for 4.1 million shillings, but I can give you an offer. Okay, on a 4 million shillings in cash, we'll give you this 2019 Volkswagen Arteon. So make sure you follow me, Wadeke Auto Trading, on TikTok and also here on YouTube, and also subscribe to my channel with a membership, and of course you'll get to see early access to all my videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and do not forget to subscribe.